Hello YouTube, Marinol here again, and this time I have something rather special to show you. This is one of 6 of my Wang terminal computers. It's a 4205 terminal from the very early 80s. This one has 32 kilobytes of memory and a Z80 processor clocked at 3.54 megahertz, apparently. And it originally costed, what was it, $25.50. $2,550. And you adjust that for inflation, well, that's quite a bit of money today. Anyway, watch this. This thing actually works. All but one of them work. So far, I will get the other one to work. It takes quite a while to power up. Unfortunately, I can't do much of it because I don't have any keyboards, and I need to buy a keyboard. But there we go. She is firing up. It's got the lovely, you can't really tell. Let's turn off this light. There we go. It's got this lovely green phosphor. Now if I turn it off and turn it back on right now, because the screen's warmed up, it will go for its check. And this is it here. Now it's going to do some cool stuff on the screen, which is making my camera just flip out. And there we go, it comes up with keyboard error. And there's not really much more I can do at the moment because of that. But it's not coming up with any other errors, which is good. It's got an error code. You can look it up in the manual, which I need to print out, but yeah, it's just a keyboard error, which is fine. So it's about a 10-inch screen. There's not really much to this system, to be honest. Power doesn't go to the monitor, so it's a tiny little screen. Power and controls are sent through here. It's very light, only weighs about 4 kilos. I've cleaned this one up a little bit. I still need to retro brighten everything. But here's the cables. So we got power and video signal. There's into that one. If you look on the back, all it has, so a keyboard, that's what I'm missing, unfortunately. We've got the power supply, it's got a fan. I don't know what this white stuff is. But yeah, it takes just a standard IC cable, keyboard, power and video, and the data link to go to what I have in the shed. I have the VS15 mini computer and a hard drive, which you know when younger people get angry when older people call a computer a CPU? Well, that thing in the shed is what they meant. Because it is a central processing unit. There we go. So these connect, these are B and C, they connect up to the VS15, and you can transfer information across it and use its processing capabilities. So that's pretty cool. This thing, I believe, I don't know much about it, but I believe this can do some processing of its own just because it has that Z80 processor. And back when this came out in the early 80s, that was quite a powerful CPU. You know, everyone used it. Sinclair being most notable with their Z series, the ZX80, 81, and ZX Spectrums. Well, even the Spectrum Plus, actually. So that's pretty cool. I got heaps of these cables for it. And under here, so it's a 4230. Oh, this one's a 4230. Oh, it's different from the other one I got. But yeah, it's got the serial number and everything on it as well. Let's see if I can get a closer shot of that. It actually stands up like that. Let's see if I can get a closer. So here we go. Wang, made in the USA. Oh, the other one's made in Ireland. They're different. Okay. Well, this one's a 4230. Okay, didn't know that. Doesn't consume much power, which is nice. And if we look over here, it has a serial number. And that's really all it has. Very basic. But inside it has a SCSI port, which is pretty cool. I didn't expect a SCSI port inside. But yeah, basically the monitor will just sit on top of the workstation, like so. You put your keyboard in front and you do your word processing on it. And other things. So yeah, this room's an absolute mess at the moment because I'm moving it to the shed. That's where I'm going to be filming videos from now on. Do have one other really cool thing to show. I did pull out one of the, well, it is the only RAM board from the machine, from the VS15. And there you go. This is a 256 kilobyte memory card. Yeah, I don't mean memory card, that's all this does. It is just memory. Down here you have the ability to change from 256 to 64K of memory. And yeah, these are the memory chips themselves. You've got a lot of logic and processing here and a controller chip. But this board's in absolute mint condition, so I've checked a few of the chips and they're okay. If you could fill it right up though, you could get 512 out of this thing. But look how many chips it needed to make 128 on each side. How amazing is that? If you turn it around the other side, it's pretty much a single-sided board because there's really nothing. But that's, you talk about having an ISA connector, that's a connector. That's a connector. No ISA stuff here, that's a proper connector. I've never seen anything like this before. This is serious stuff. And it links here to the processing board with like a, what you guys now would call an SLI cable. Which, bit fact, the SLI cable is actually from Voodoo Graphics 3DFX. Bit of trivia. Anyway, that's a quick look at my Wang computer and the RAM board from the Wang VS15. I will be making some videos on the VS15 soon. I'm just in the part of repairing it for the simple fact of, well, you know the old thing with batteries in an old computer, they leak. And it's what's happened to the main board. I believe the machine will still post without that board just because all that board is a drive controller. So I should at least get something out of it without that, but I really want to get that board working because I've got 3 hard drives, 8-inch drives, which are also available. And hopefully one of them work. I've got the original system cartridges for it. Yeah, hopefully I can load the operating system. And if I can, that'll be amazing. I'm considering, once it is repaired, donating it to a museum. I've already had a museum contact me with interest in it. So we'll just basically see what happens. Anyway guys, this is a quick look at my, well, part of my Wang computer system. Thanks for watching.